Have you ever sensed that something's just not quite right in your day? Like a faint off-key note in the music of your life? That persistent tug, whispering that things aren't truly in sync, even when everything looks perfect on the surface? You're checking every box, meeting every demand, and running at full speed. You're productive, efficient, and it seems like you're steering the ship. But is that all there is? Yet beneath the calm, there's a restless undercurrent. A quiet unease that won't let go, a gentle, persistent wave of dissatisfaction rolling under your smile. It's the ache for something deeper, something more. That gentle nudge, it could be God reaching out. An invitation, a divine whisper breaking through the static of your routine. It's a call to something richer, something that truly resonates with your soul. God often begins with a whisper, a quiet stirring in your spirit, a still small voice echoing in the depths of who you are. It's a longing, an intuition, a pull towards something beyond the ordinary. He's inviting you to a life overflowing with joy and peace, a life bursting with purpose, meaning, and a connection to something far greater than yourself, a life where your actions match your values and your heart finally feels at home. But are you really listening? Are you tuned in to the subtle frequency of the divine? Are you open, truly open, to the messages God is sending your way? Or are you drowning in the noise, the endless notifications, the constant demands, the relentless pace of work and family? Are they smothering that still, small voice inside you? We cram our calendars, fill every moment, and leave no space for quiet or reflection. There's barely a breath left for your soul to speak. We bury our inner stirrings beneath busyness, hoping that if we just keep moving, we'll never have to face the deeper questions that haunt us. And we hope the discomfort will just fade away. We numb the ache, distract ourselves from the unrest, and try to convince ourselves that everything's fine. But God is relentless in His love. He doesn't give up. He keeps reaching out, even when we try to tune Him out. He sees the greatness inside you, the gifts, the talents, the dreams waiting to be awakened. He knows your potential, even when you cannot see it yet. And He wants to lead you to something greater, a life of purpose, fulfillment, and lasting impact. A life that's in step with His divine plan for you. When we ignore the whispers, when we keep brushing off those gentle nudges from the Spirit, sometimes God turns up the volume. He speaks through challenges, through setbacks, using tough moments to shake us awake, to pull us out of our comfort zone, and to set us back on the right path. These aren't punishments. These challenges aren't meant to hurt you. They're loving redirections, course corrections to guide you back to the road that leads to your destiny. Like a parent gently steering a child away from danger, God steps in to protect you from harm, to keep you from making a costly mistake. What looks like a setback could be a divine opportunity, a hidden blessing in disguise. It's a chance to realign with His plan, to recalibrate your life, adjust your priorities, and focus on what truly matters. When storms come, remember, even in the chaos, even when the way forward is shrouded in darkness, God's voice isn't harsh or condemning. It's a voice of love, not judgment, a voice full of compassion and understanding. He's calling you closer. It's an invitation to draw near, to experience His heart, and to be wrapped in His unconditional love. He wants to turn your pain into purpose, your wounds into wisdom, and use your story to lift others up. He wants to turn your trials into triumphs, to empower you to rise above obstacles, reach your goals, and live a life of victory. Are you willing to pause? To step away from the chaos, to breathe, and to listen? Can you be still, truly still, and listen for God's voice, the whispers of your heart, the guidance of your intuition? Even if the message comes through hardship, even if the truth is hard to hear, even if it means making big changes, your breakthrough, your moment of clarity, your turning point, might be hidden in the very struggle you're facing. The answer you crave, the solution you need, the key to your next step, could be right there inside the challenge. Don't ignore the unrest. Don't brush off that feeling that something's missing. Don't silence your longing for more. That longing could be the spark of something extraordinary, the start of a new chapter, the dawn of a new era, the first step toward your greatest potential. God is inviting you higher, to a new level, a deeper understanding of yourself, and a greater sense of purpose. Will you answer? Will you accept His invitation? Will you step boldly into the unknown with faith and courage? The choice to listen could change everything. It could transform your life in ways you never dreamed, leading you to a place of joy, peace, and fulfillment beyond your wildest imagination. Have you ever felt the weight of the world pressing down on you? Maybe it's the stack of bills on your kitchen table, the uncertainty of the market, or that relentless pressure to make ends meet. Financial stress can feel like a tidal wave, crushing, overwhelming, and all too familiar. You're not alone in this. So many of us have been there, wondering if we'll ever catch our breath. Or maybe it's a broken relationship. Have you felt the sting of separation, the ache of betrayal, or the emptiness that follows when a bond shatters? These wounds cut deep, don't they? Sometimes it feels like the scars will never heal. And then there are health scares. One moment life feels steady, the next a diagnosis turns your world upside down. Suddenly you're face to face with your own vulnerability, and the future feels fragile and uncertain. Isn't it amazing how quickly everything can change? Or maybe it's disappointment at work. Have you ever poured your heart into a dream, only to watch it slip away? The sting of rejection, the frustration of unfulfilled potential, the fear of what comes next, it's enough to make anyone question their path. In these moments it's easy to feel isolated, like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders and no one else could possibly understand. But what if you're not as alone as you think? What if, just for a moment, you considered that your pain might have a purpose? What if these struggles aren't random but are actually God's way of reaching out to you? Could these challenges be divine appointments calling you to something greater? Think about Sarah. She lost her job and felt invisible, left wondering, what now? Where do I go from here? Haven't we all had moments like that when the future feels like a blank page? Or Mark, whose health crisis shook his world to the core. Suddenly, everything he thought he knew was up for grabs. Have you ever felt your foundation tremble like that? In those moments, hope can feel so far away. It's tempting to give in to despair, to believe that things will never get better. But what if this isn't the end of your story? What if God is using these very situations to shape you? What if your setbacks are actually setups for something greater? He can turn your trials into triumphs, if you let him. Pain is real, it's raw, it's honest, and it's part of being human. But it's not the whole story. Sometimes pain is a signal. A gentle nudge that God is at work, shaping you, molding you, preparing you for something you can't yet imagine. Can you sense it? Maybe he's preparing something new, a fresh start, a new perspective, an unexpected opportunity just waiting to bloom. God uses challenges, the obstacles in our path, to get our attention, to help us grow, to move us closer to him. He draws us in, deepening our relationship, reminding us that we can't do it all on our own. Isn't it comforting to know you don't have to carry it alone? Sometimes he redirects our path, steering us away from what's harmful and guiding us toward what's truly fulfilling, what's aligned with his purpose for us. And through it all, he's building our faith, cultivating resilience, perseverance, and a trust that can weather any storm. Don't let pain blind you to his presence. Open your eyes, look beyond the struggle and see that he's right there with you, even in the darkest times. Look for the message in your mess. What lesson is hidden in your struggle? What growth is waiting to emerge from your pain? God may be turning your struggle into a setup for blessing. Even when you can't see it yet, he's orchestrating transformation, restoration, and breakthrough. Trust that he's intimately involved in your story. He cares deeply about you, and he's working all things together for your good, even now. Even in your hardest moments, when you feel lost, alone, or overwhelmed, remember, God is walking right beside you, offering strength and guidance every step of the way. Your current distress could be the beginning of a greater story, a story of resilience, redemption, and unwavering faith in the face of adversity. God wants to turn it all around for your good. He longs to bring beauty from ashes, to create something new and wonderful from your pain. Will you let him? Suffering. It can feel like you're lost in a vast desert, searching for hope beneath a relentless sun. Every step feels heavy, every horizon just out of reach, wandering, longing for relief. The world seems dry, empty, and endless. But this is not the end of your story, because God is the master of transformation. He turns barren deserts into gardens bursting with life and possibility. Remember Joseph, cast aside, forgotten, betrayed, and imprisoned in darkness, yet God was shaping him for greatness, preparing him to rise far beyond his pain. Our own deserts, our struggles, are forging our character and deepening our faith, making us stronger than we ever imagined. God uses pain to break the chains that hold us back, to set us free for a greater purpose. He plants seeds of resilience and compassion deep within us, seeds that will one day bloom. This season isn't here to destroy you, it's here to build you up, to develop you into someone unstoppable. So instead of asking, why me? Ask, God, what are you teaching me through this? What strength are you awakening in me? When you shift your perspective, you'll discover purpose hidden in the pain, meaning rising from the struggle. Believe it, your desert can become your destiny. Your hardest season can launch you into your greatest calling. God is already preparing to make your life bloom, turning your pain into power, your struggle into a story of hope. Life has a way of throwing us into the fire, unexpected challenges that push us to our breaking point. In those moments when the pressure mounts and our strength is tested, we wonder, do I have what it takes to make it through? The Bible paints a vivid picture. Our struggles are like a refiner's fire, blazing hot and relentless. It's not just heat for heat's sake, it's a process with purpose, burning away what doesn't belong so something precious can emerge. That fire can feel overwhelming, even unbearable at times, but it's not meant to destroy us, it's meant to transform us, to purify us, to reveal the strength hidden within. Just as gold is refined by intense heat, its impurities melting away until only brilliance remains, so are we shaped by adversity, emerging stronger and more radiant than before. Our struggles are the flames that burn away fear, doubt, and everything that keeps us from living fully. In the fire, we discover what we're truly made of. Pride melts away in the heat of hardship. Suddenly we see our need for God and for others with new clarity. The fire humbles us, but it also opens our hearts. Impatience is scorched by the flames, those moments when we want quick fixes, but God calls us to trust His timing. The fire teaches us to wait, to hope, to believe. Doubt tries to whisper that we're alone, that God's promises won't hold, but in the fire those lies are exposed and burned away, making room for a deeper faith. What's left after the flames? A heart that's resilient, a faith that's unshakable, strength that can weather any storm, because it's been tested and proven true. The Apostle Peter knew this journey well. In his letter, he reminds us that faith refined by trials is more genuine, more powerful, and more lasting than anything else. Our faith, tested in the fire, shines brighter, proving itself real and strong, even when everything else is stripped away. That kind of faith is more precious than gold, because gold, even at its best, will one day fade. But faith forged in struggle endures forever. Remember, God is the master refiner. He watches over every moment, every degree of heat with loving care. You are never abandoned in the fire. He controls the temperature, the timing, the intensity, never letting it go beyond what you can bear. His hands are steady, His heart is for you, the fire will not consume you. God's love and grace are your shield, sustaining you through every trial. He's crafting you into something breathtaking, someone who reflects His beauty, His strength, and His purpose to the world. So lean into the process, even when it feels like too much. Growth is rarely comfortable, but it's always worth it. Embrace the discomfort, knowing that every challenge is shaping you, stretching you, and preparing you for something greater. Trust the hands that hold you. You are being refined, molded, and perfected by a love that never lets go. You are not being ruined. You are not being destroyed. You are being made new. You'll come out of this fire stronger, more resilient, and more capable than you ever dreamed possible. You'll find new compassion, deeper understanding, and a heart that can truly empathize with others in their pain, and you'll shine, radiant with His glory, a living testimony of His love and grace for all to see. Don't fear the fire. See it as your invitation to transformation, to growth, to a life that's more than you ever imagined. Every trial is making you more valuable in God's kingdom, preparing you for the unique purpose He set before you. God is weaving all things together for your good, even the moments that feel impossible. Trust His process. You are emerging from this season stronger, wiser, and more radiant than ever before. You are coming out shining, brilliant and bold, a living testament to His faithfulness and love. When life throws you a curveball, what's your first move? Do you freeze, fight, or reach for something deeper? When you're at a crossroads, where do you turn for real answers? What if I told you, God's Word is your ultimate guide no matter the storm? The Bible isn't just a collection of ancient stories. Have you ever thought of it as a living source of wisdom, right here, right now? It's alive, speaking into every season of your life, especially the tough ones. James challenges us. Are you ready for this? He says, "Count it all joy when you face trials." Sounds wild, right? But what if your struggles are building something powerful inside you? Every challenge grows your perseverance. Are you letting it make you stronger? And Romans reminds us, have you heard this before? God works all things, yes, even this, for the good of those who love Him. Can you believe that for your own life? These promises are anchors. Will you hold on to them when the storm hits? Dive into Scripture, don't just skim it. What if you let it soak into your soul? Read, reflect, meditate. How could that change your day, your outlook, your heart? Speak God's promises over your situation out loud. What if your words shaped your reality? Let His Word reframe your perspective. What if you saw your struggle through God's eyes? Let it strengthen your spirit. Are you ready to stand tall no matter what comes? Don't wander in the dark. Why stumble when you can walk in the light? God's light is shining. Will you step into it? His word is your solid ground. Are you building your life on it? That's where hope lives. Will you claim it today? Life's storms, they come out of nowhere. One moment, calm seas, the next, thunder crashing overhead. Are you ready for the downpour? Job loss. It hits like a tidal wave, illness. It shakes your world, betrayal. It cuts deep, loneliness. It echoes in the silence. In those moments, it's easy to feel like you're sinking, struggling to keep your head above water. But God throws you a lifeline. He gives you the anchor of faith. Hebrews declares, "Hope is an anchor for the soul." It holds you steady when everything else is shaking, firm, secure, unbreakable. The storm may rage, winds howling, waves crashing, but faith keeps you steady even when the world is spinning. So how do you strengthen your anchor? Through prayer, community, and remembering, really remembering God's past faithfulness. He's never let you go before. Focus on God. Not the storm, not the size of the waves. Don't let the waves steal your gaze. Look to Him, with Him as your anchor. You are unshakable. You will not be overcome. The storm will not have the final word. He is your firm foundation. Solid, steady, unmovable. He's holding you secure. Even when you feel like letting go, trust Him. Even in the darkness, even when you can't see the shore. He's guiding you through the fog. Your faith, it will lead you to calm waters. The storm will pass. God is faithful. Always. Suffering leaves us with scars, reminders of battles fought and survived, each one telling a story of courage and endurance. Some scars are easy to see, but many are hidden deep within, tucked away where only we and God can find them. Sometimes we want to cover them up, hoping no one will notice our pain. But God sees every scar, not as a flaw but as a badge of resilience and unwavering faith. Your scars are proof that you've survived the storm, that you kept climbing when the mountain seemed too steep. They are silent witnesses to God's faithfulness, evidence that you were never alone, even in your darkest hour. Scars aren't signs of defeat, but of overcoming, of rising again, stronger and braver than before. When you share your story, your real, unfiltered journey, you shine a light for others still wandering in the dark. Your testimony can be the hope someone else desperately needs. You never know whose life you might touch by simply being honest about your scars. Scripture says we overcome by the word of our testimony. Your story has power. Don't let your past pain write your future. Let it become a chapter of God's goodness and grace. Every broken piece can be transformed into a testimony of hope, a mosaic of God's love shining through your life. Be open about your journey, your struggles, your victories, your healing. Your story matters more than you know. It's a gift to the world. God can use your scars to bring comfort and healing to others. Your pain can become someone else's pathway to hope. Let your life shine as a beacon, guiding others safely to shore, reminding them that dawn always follows the night. Your testimony ripples out, touching lives you may never meet, leaving a legacy of hope, faith, and victory in God's kingdom. In seasons of brokenness, when life feels shattered and hope seems far away, it's easy to lose sight of the blessings that may be just around the corner. But remember, God is the master artist, turning every mess into a masterpiece, every setback into a setup for something beautiful. He never wastes a single tear or moment of pain. Every struggle is woven into a greater story of hope. Like a seed that must break open to grow strong and tall, your brokenness can become the rich, fertile ground where blessings take root and flourish. Psalm 126 promises us this truth. Those who sow in tears will one day reap with shouts of joy and celebration. Your pain is not the end of your story. It's a season of planting, a time of sowing seeds that will bloom in due time. Trust God. He is faithful to bring a harvest of joy, abundance, and new beginnings. Expect your faith to grow deeper, your compassion to expand wider, and new doors of opportunity to open before you. God often restores far more than what was lost. He multiplies blessings beyond what you can imagine, so prepare your heart for a harvest of hope and renewal. Your story isn't finished. This is just a chapter, not the conclusion. Blessings are on the way, even if you can't see them yet. Trust that God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating something beautiful just for you. Every trial you face is a chance to rise. Every challenge is a call to stand strong and move forward. Every tear you've shed, it's fuel for your comeback. Every lesson, no matter how hard, builds your wisdom and your strength. Nothing is wasted. God's been preparing you for something only you can do. You're being shaped for a unique, powerful purpose. He's not asking for perfection, he's looking for your willingness. Are you ready to say yes? Your experiences, every single one, even the painful ones, are the very things that qualify you for greatness. They prepare you for your divine assignment. You are equipped for impact. Today, make the bold choice. Step into God's plan. Don't just survive, thrive. Don't settle for just getting by. Step up and live with purpose. Listen for His voice. He's speaking to you right now. Be bold. Take action. Follow where He leads, even if it feels risky. Your obedience opens the door to new blessings and new beginnings. You are never alone. God sees you, right where you are. He loves you, and He's got amazing things in store for your future. So step forward in faith. Take that next step, even if it's scary. Trust that He will finish what He started in you. You're not done yet. Don't just go through challenges, grow through them. Let every struggle make you stronger. Let your roots go deep. Rise up, no matter what. This is your moment. Embrace your divine appointment. Step into your calling. Your best days are ahead. Go after them with faith and courage.